The Hockey News has opened its archives to all subscribers, unlocking 76 years of stories, features, and history. Fans can dive back through decades of coverage that have shaped the way hockey has been told and remembered. Among the standout features available is a piece titled "It Must Be the Bees" by Jared Clinton, published in March 2023, which took a bold stance on the Boston Bruins' remarkable season. The story begins with a nod to the ancient Latin proverb, "Fortune favors the bold," a phrase famously tied to Pliny the Elder, who lost his life in a daring rescue attempt during the eruption of Mount Vesuvius. The article cleverly uses this as a warning about bold decision-making in sports predictions. While it may not be as dangerous as rushing into volcanic fumes, picking a Stanley Cup favorite can be just as risky for one's credibility. Still, Clinton argued that ignoring what the Bruins had achieved in the 2022-23 campaign was nearly impossible. While it might have been tempting to lean toward powerhouse contenders like Carolina, Toronto, Colorado, or Edmonton, Boston's performance demanded recognition. The team had not only been dominant, they had redefined dominance. By the time Boston reached the final 20 games of the season, they sat 11 points clear of every other team in the President's Trophy race. They became the fastest team in NHL history to hit the century mark in points and had only 8 regulation losses, fewer than anyone else in the league. They endured just one real slump, a 3-game skid before the All-Star break, and still carried a .500 or better record against every opponent. Against playoff-bound or bubble teams, their record was even more impressive, a perfect points percentage against 10 clubs, better than even against 6 more, and they split the points with the remaining 4. The takeaway was clear. It wasn't just that the Bruins were winning, it was how consistently and convincingly they were doing so. To pick anyone else as cup favorites at that point would have felt contrarian for the sake of being contrarian. That's the kind of perspective THN's archives deliver: context, analysis, and a connection between history and the present day. Whether it's the Bruins' dominance or decades of hockey stories before them, the archive is now there for fans to explore and relive.